Continuing with our series of Mountain Memories interviews, and we're joined from the Northeast by, well, I can only say one thing, Dom the Bomb Herbertson. Dominic, lovely to see you again. I'm loving the hair.
I know, I'm waiting to see. I was going to go for your look, but let's face it, only you can pull that off, Chris.
Only I can look like a cue ball. How's it been for you, Dom? I know you've been scratching hard, fell in a few trees and stuff. I mean, you'll be able to still work outside, were you, when it was all lockdown, or were you still quite stringent on the measures? You work on your own? Explain.
No, it was a case of actually in this country, the whole country hit panic button, didn't they? They jumped up and down on it, and they shut the sawmills for around about. Sorry, if I say that too quickly, it just comes out with gobbledygook there, doesn't it? To shut the sawmills, and they shut them down for around about 2 weeks. And at that point, everyone was buying toilet paper for no reason whatsoever. That was going out of fashion, wasn't it? So immediately they went, we're going to have to reopen everything and go from there. So lucky for me, really, I was only priced down for 2 weeks. And then from the backlog of that, it just went absolutely mad. Now, with the whole COVID situation, that was a bit of a shock, because businesses that you thought that were going to be successful didn't become successful. And then, like, you know, hand sanitizer went through the bleeding roof. It was just like the whole world became crazy. But no, lucky for me, I kept plodding along through the whole thing.
How did you manage to get on at home there at Hexham? This is Hexham where you live, around that area. Is it a nice quiet area? Lots of close-knit families together, all supporting each other, I suppose?
No, yeah, very much so. It was actually my mum and dad living there in Hexham. I actually live in the arse end and the rough end of County Durham there, called Consett. So you're just going to lock the doors and keep an eye on your stuff, I'm telling you.
Oh, dear. So you're looking after each other. And was it during the lockdown? Wasn't it obviously, for those who don't know, Dom does a little Chasing the Racing podcast with that little fella. What's his name? He's from London this summer, isn't he? Chrissy Rouse, whatever his name is. And your place got broken into, didn't it?
It did. Typically it's a place called Anfield Plain, and it's like it's a rough end of the stick. But obviously we got cheap parking to store the trailer there. But unfortunately, we got rumbled. We got totally done over, and they nicked all the gear, trashed the place. But the good thing with the podcast is we reach such a wide audience now. To begin with, like a couple of years ago, like Chrissy and his dad came with the concept of like doing the podcast about motorcycle racing. And at first we were lucky to get 20 downloads a month, 20 individual downloads a month. And we were like high-fiving each other going, that's mental. 20 people have listened to this. But now collectively per month, we are getting nothing less than 75,000 individual downloads a month. And that's surreal when you think a couple of Geordie gobshites are just sitting there gassing on. But it shows the passion that's in the sport, even though it is a minority thing. More people like that rubbish thing called football and tennis and, more, that golf, don't even get me started on golf. But no, it's a case of, for a minority sport, I can't get any words in tonight. It's all falling out my face wrong. But for such a close-knit sport, it's got such a huge following, and I'm over the moon to be a part of it, and it's going from strength to strength.
Well, you're not on our island again this year. That's a kick in the teeth for you again, isn't it?
Don't. I'm very, very lucky that I've racing for the County Racing team. I'm racing for DC Racing also, and I'm racing for the Davies lot. But all three of those teams have the same passion, the same goal, and that's coming to the Isle of Man. And while speaking to you, at this point, it's come and gone. The Isle of Man TT, it should have happened again, and it's just... it's heartbreaking, and especially at the moment with being a current race season. I think we'll get to the winter, and I think everyone's brains almost reset, don't they? They think, right, let's think how we can attack 2022, and I think everyone will be back into a full swing by then. And I can't wait to get back and wind you up, mate. I've missed you. I've missed you.
Yeah, I know you have. Let's go back to Scarborough a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, the Bob Smith Cup was won by Dean, of course, Dean Harrison. A few problems.
Yeah, a few problems. Yeah, it was, it was definitely blown off the cobwebs for all the riders. I think no one was down to full lap record pace or anything like that. The track, Scarborough by nature, it's a very green place. It's not constantly flowing with traffic. And the first time that the club got up and running for the first time this year. So there was a few niggles there from the club side of things and the riders' point of things. And we've built the Cowton Race, and Fran and Neil have worked their absolute arse off to build the new Z650 Ninja Kawasaki there. And we first turned a wheel going round Scarborough. We unfortunately ran out of time to go testing on it, and the bike was absolutely fantastic. Yet again, we found a few problems. We built the 600, a few little problems there, but nothing major at all. Just that would happen to any new bike. And we got there. We got some heat wins. We got some class wins. We did all sorts, and it was just great to be back at Scarborough. I just can't wait for the next one.
What is next for you on the calendar? Obviously, TT's gone. Where's next? Where are you going next?
Where's next? I think the Barry Sheen's up next. And then after that, I would like to get to Armoy. Now, Armoy are pulling out every stop to try and get their Irish meeting up and going. And unfortunately, that clashes with the Cock of the North meeting with Scarborough. And then there's another clash back end of the year for Cookstown and the Gold Cup. But the Cowton's been very, very passionate about Scarborough being their local circuit. We'll be going to the Gold Cup on that side of things. Okay. But and then hopefully Macau, but all on Kawasaki, on Kawasaki machinery, which is great to be back on them. Then hopefully we get to Macau on a sunnier climate, unlike the rubbish weather we're having at the moment, mate.
It's rubbish, isn't it? I mean, it's probably colder there because you're up the northeast. What about the classic bikes this year? It's what? Sorry.
God's country, my man.
God's country. Yeah, that's it.
It's pretty cold though.
It's got a hoodie. What about the classic racing side of it? How much of that are you going to be doing this year? So we know you love the classic bikes.
Yes, all right. So as far as the classic, the Davies Motorsport team are putting in some serious effort. They're actually building a Kawasaki 2-stroke 350 for the junior next year. So, I'm very much Kawasaki backed, very, very much Kawasaki backed. So, no, we're keeping an eye on there. And the good thing about the classic scene is it's still very much a development class. It's we're constantly moving the barriers and constantly developing things. And it's great to be a part of. But I'm a very lucky lad. I'm very, very lucky lad that I've got a bunch of very loyal sponsors and fantastic teams that just want to get me on motorcycles.
When I spoke to Dean Harrison the other week, he was saying about Scarborough. You've just mentioned great to be back at Scarborough. How nice was it to see all your racing mates in the flesh again?
Oh, well, we're just the travelling circus, aren't we? You know what I mean? And it's great to everyone to pitch up their caravans and actually, go down and have a bit of slather on. And it was like home from home immediately. You almost forgot that, the trouble that everyone's gone through over the last couple of years. And it was very familiar and it was very comforting, and it was just great to be winding people up again and poking things and throwing things, and it was just it was class, man. Absolutely class to be back at Scarborough.
You've missed all the human interaction, like a lot of us have, really. I mean, we're here on the Isle of Man still at the various levels that we've been at all the way through. I mean, we got basically most of last summer away with it scot-free, but you guys over there in England, and I got friends who live up the northeast near Durham sort of way. And, some of the stories are telling me it must be heartbreaking for people over there.
Oh, God, Bennett, the fact that we can't, especially, like I say, like my friends, like your friends, all motorcycle driven. And it's like not being able to get back to the Isle of Man. And that's been the worst thing, You get in a rhythm, don't you? You get in a routine and you just think, well, I've been very lucky that I get to drive out in the middle of nowhere. I don't. The only time I have to put a mask on is when I go to get a Greg's coffee in the morning and spend all my money on crappy pasties. There you can. But after that, I'm off in the middle of nowhere. So I've been very lucky. But the fact that we've all lost that freedom, but now we're getting it back, that the fact that borders are starting to open and we're starting to do more things. And I can't wait to come wind you up again, son, in the flesh instead of over this computer malarkey.
Well, hopefully, if you get to Armoy, and I hopefully get to Armoy, so we might even get to the last Scarborough or one of the Scarboroughs before then as well. Obviously, it's all not weather permitting. It's COVID permitting. Armoy, like you said, the club, Bill, and all the guys, they're pulling out the stops, aren't they? They really are.
No, God, and it's so crucial at the moment for road racing, because it's a fact that the facts are there, though, Chris. The facts are there. It's struggling. I'm not referring that to the TT, especially the national scene. And without people like Bill Kennedy, without like the people like Andy Hayes and, you know, the organizers of these events and all the marshals, like all these volunteers that get involved, you know, if it wasn't for them, these events wouldn't be running. And the effort that is going round the clock for them is phenomenal. And we can't thank them enough. And we're so people don't realize that, though. People are so like almost naive to the fact that we're very close to losing road racing. And that I'm not trying to put the fear factor in anyone, but that is the fact. And we need all of us to put in so much effort to keep these things going, because unfortunately, if it goes, he'll never come back. With the day in, like, you know, the way we all live now with all PC and you can't do this, can't do that. The last true freedom of sport is road racing. And if we're not careful, we'll lose it. And my hat goes off to everyone who's getting an event running this year. It really, like, and it's keeping me busy. So I can't thank him enough on a personal level.
Last question will be, because we're running out of time a little bit here as well. Just close your eyes a minute. Close your eyes a minute. Seriously.
Oh, God.
No, just close your eyes. Close your eyes.
You're not going to take your pants off and stand up.
No. Close your eyes. All right, just close your eyes. Clear your head. You're sat at the top of Bray Hill and you're waiting to go down Glencrutchy Road. Look at that smile has just increased tenfold. Just picture it in your head. First gear, second gear, third gear, under the bridge, over the top. Fifth gear, just as you flick left and flick right, straighten it up. Hit the curb, basically at the bottom of Bray Hill. Look at that. Look at that smile. Hey, you've just done that in your own head, haven't you?
I have, and I'm still crapping my pants even on my sofa right now. You know what I mean? but that's, oh God, no, it's an infectious place, and you know, you can't, you know, I can't even bring myself to watch on boards at the moment. You know, a lot of riders are, but I'm like, oh God, I want to be there so bad, and I can't wait for this next year. I'm wishing my life away like everyone else, but it's like this year, it's like we're putting things into practice, but without that direct goal right in front of you. You know, like we'll get all of us road racers who do the Isle of, who are lucky enough to do the Isle of Man TD. You know, come March, it's going to be knuckle down and buckle on, and I can't wait for that feeling again. But like you say, just sitting there with my eyes shut, thinking about it, how can you not smile thinking about it?